Eric West here, HawaiiRealEstate.org. Get ready, every vacation rentable condo on the west side of Maui from the sky coming up. Let's jump right in. Residences at Ritz-Carlton. Notice the access to D.T. Fleming's Sandy Beach right there. This was built in 2009. It's a fee simple. One of the highest producing properties on Maui in terms of return on investment, thanks to that Ritz-Carlton brand. Heading to the south now over the beautiful Bay course, you'll find yourself at Ironwoods, located directly next to Ironwoods Beach, of course, with a beautiful overlooking vista, looking at Maui Kai. This is a fee simple property, true second home. No vacation rental is allowed. It's located on 9 acres with 41 units, built in 1979. Next to the Ironwoods is Kapalua Place, located directly on Ironwoods Beach. It's a gated community of some of the finest beach homes you're going to find in all of Hawaii. To the south of that is the beginning of the 3 villas in Kapalua. The 3 villas of Kapalua consist of the Ridge Villas, which was built in 1979, 161 units on 21.8 acres, fee simple, vacation rentable, and Kapalua Bay Villas on the Makai side or the ocean side of the road, also vacation rentable, fee simple, built in 1977, 141 units on 16 acres. Direct access to the Kapalua Coastal Trail, Ironwoods Beach, and of Kapalua Bay. And of course, 9 Bay Drive, one of the most iconic, beautiful homes in all of West Maui. On the way to Cliff House, if you want to go jump with the kids, it's a great jump spot, great snorkel spot, located right next to the Montage. These residences are fee simple, they are vacation rentable, 5-star resort, doesn't get any better. Located right here on Kapalua Bay, next to Coconut Grove. Now, Coconut Grove is a true second home. It is fee simple, but you can't vacation rent them out. It's located on 11 acres, 36 units, built in the year 2000. And of course, right next to Merriman's. Thumbs up if you love Merriman's, probably the best restaurant in the world, maybe? I don't know. Tell me what your favorite menu item is. But as you turn the corner here, we're now in Napili Bay. And you've got a cluster of condos here that never come on the market. Puna Point is one of them, part of the Napili Kai resort. And notice all my, websites are very easy to figure out. The name of the condo plus forsale.com. So Napili forsale.com. Check it out. But they very rarely ever come on the market. There's a part of the Napili Kai resort that is timeshare. But I wanted to point out the location here of Kapalua Golf Villas right up the hill. Even though it's not on the ocean, look at that location right there by the bay. The Golf Villas were built in 1977. They are fee simple. They are vacation rentable. There's 186 units on 15.8 acres, and the views from up here are absolutely stunning, right on the golf course. Okay, back down at Napili Bay, there's the Maui Inn, which is a boutique resort with no ownership opportunities. Right next to that is Hale Napili. Hale Napili was built in 1970. It's fee simple property, vacation rentable, 18 units on 14,000 square feet. Next to that, Napili Sunset, built in 1974, fee simple, vacation rentable, 42 units on 2.3 acres. We have the beautiful Napili Bay, built in 1977, fee simple, 34 units on a 14,000 square foot lot. Puamala in the back there, 1970, fee simple, 18 units on 1.09 acres. Napili Surf, built in 1970, fee simple, vacation rentable, 55 units on 1.09 acres. Napili Shores, built in 1972, also a fee simple, vacation rentable, 156 units on 6.3 acres. This is a beautiful cluster, right? Right next to the gazebo. Thumbs up if that's your favorite breakfast spot. But let me know if this is like your area in Napili Bay. On the point is Napili Point. Located in one of the most dramatic settings with the best snorkeling. It was built in 1977, 115 units on 5.3 acres, fee simple, vacation rentable, just like Honokeana Cove, also fee simple, vacation rentable, built in 1969, 36 units on 1.46 acres. And as we head south here, you'll notice there's a string of some of the nicest, most dramatic oceanfront homes in all of West Maui. To me, this is what makes West Maui so special, is the privacy that these coves afford, the blue water, the incredible snorkeling, and the fact that when you own a home like this, not only are you perched up in safety, but you also have extreme seclusion and privacy. And speaking of privacy, look at the Hale Loa pool. cool. I mean, it's its own little cove right there. This is actually a leasehold property that was built in 1965. It sits on 13.3 acres, 43 units, and look at this, this is standalone homes. Amazing, right? So a lot of you probably never even been to this property because it is so incredibly gated, private, exclusive. But I'm telling you, if you own one of these properties, you know you've got something special. Now, as we continue on, you're going to see some more beautiful oceanfront homes. We're going to turn this corner back into another sacred bay is what these are called. It's one of the things that makes West Maui so special are all these sacred bays. Of course, if you want to see what's on the market, oceanfront homes, just go to MauiOceanfrontForSale.com. And of course, here we are, one of my favorite resorts in all of West Maui. This is where Kahana begins, essentially. Kahana Sunset. Kahana Sunset, built in 1973, fee simple, vacation rentable, 80 units on 4.4 acres, and they have their own little beach right there. There is a public access, but hardly anybody gets down to it. At the time of this recording, this front building you're seeing on the right has actually been condemned due to some seawall issues. As we head south some more oceanfront homes, Maui Gym, Aloha, look at this beautiful point right here, and then you head back into yet another sacred bay. How cool is that, huh? And I want you to notice as we go around this corner right here, you're gonna see a little a strand of beach. A lot of people don't know about this. You've probably driven past it a whole bunch, but you see it back there? You can literally park yourself on that beach any day of the week if you like. Have your own little area because a lot of people don't know about this. But this is, again, another sacred bay with beautiful oceanfront home. Now here's one of my favorite properties in all of West Maui because look at that beach all the way around the corner. Kahana Village, leasehold, vacation rentable, built in 78, 42 units on 3.2 acres. Next to that, Kahana Outrigger, leasehold as well, built in 1981, 16 units on 1.35 acres. And then of course, Kahana Reef, built in 1974, 88 units on 1.96 acres, but this one is a fee simple, also vacation rentable. Then we have Pohailani, built in 1976, 114 units on 8.06 acres. You have the oceanfront building that's vacation rentable, but the ones across the street, maybe not so much. The Hololani, built in 1974, zone hotel, short-term 65 units on 1.4 acres. The Royal Kahana, one of my favorites, fee simple, built in 1975, also zoned hotel, short-term 236 units on 3.3 acres. The Valley Isle, recently remodeled with a brand new lobby, fee simple, built in 1975, zoned hotel, 121 units on 3 acres, no AC. The Sands of Kahana, definite fan favorite, fee simple, built in 1982, zoned R2, short term, 196 units on 6.7 acres. Now it does have a sandwich lease. Call me for details, has nothing to do with leasehold. And right next door, Kahana Beach Resort, it is a timeshare. Or we have the beautiful Pahaku Park, also known as S-Turns. This is one of my favorite surf breaks in all of West Maui, and it's a beautiful little pocket of beach right there. You all know the turtles that come up there in the afternoon. A true community jewel. And just to the south of the park, we have Noalani, a fee simple, built in 1974, zoned A2, short term, 50 units on 1.4 acres. What a vista that condo has. Just to the south of that, a beautiful oceanfront home. And one of my favorites here, Mahina Surf, fee simple, built in 1969, zoned R3, 56 units on 1.9 acres, directly down from Kapalua Airport. Another gorgeous oceanfront home. And then probably my favorite long-term condo on the ocean, fee simple, built in 1979, Mahinahina, 32 units on 1.7 acres. And of course, Polynesian Shores, built in 72, zoned A1, short-term, 52 units on 2 acres. And Kuleana, where I used to live actually, fee simple, built in 1972, zoned A1, 117 units on 7 acres. And then we move on down to the beautiful Hoyochi Nikko, built in 1973. My buddy Jeff stayed there when he came here last time. Then the Hale Mahina, this is a leasehold, built in 1981, zoned A2, 50 units on 1.6 acres. Nice little sandy beach and turtles there all the time as well. Lokilani, fee simple, built in 1971, vacation rental, 36 units. And then the Hale Ono Loa, just sold one there last week. Fee simple, built in 1969, zoned A2, 67 units. Then there's the Honokeana, which is a timeshare. Keli Aloha, fee simple, built in 69, 67 units on 1.7 acres. Makani Sands, built in 1974, 31 units on 38,000 square feet roughly. And the beautiful Kula Kane or Kula Kane, 42 units on 1.1 acres. Nice little sandy beach right there most of the time in front of the Noho Nani, built in 74, 28 units on 36,000 square feet. Just to the south of there, the Pakaki, built in 1968, 12 units on 23,000 square feet. Again, another little sandy beach. And then Hale Kai, fee simple, built in 67, 40 units on 1 acre right next to the beautiful Honokeana Beach Park. Get yourself a little badass coffee, swing the kids on the playground, and get ready for some Paki Maui, built in 75, zoned A2, 108 units on 2.8 acres. And just to the south of Paki Maui is a leasehold property, Seaside and Maui Sands, 76 units on 2.7 acres. And yet another fan favorite, the Papakea. Thumbs up if you love the Papakea. Built in 69, 364 units on 12.2 acres, zoned A2. And then Kaanapali Shores, where our family owns a unit. Built in 1980, zoned H2, 406 units on 10.1 acres. 2 pools, 2 hot tubs, and all kinds of cool amenities. And the Kaanapali Beach Club. It is a timeshare. It used to be an Embassy Suites. And then, of course, the closest condo to the ocean, the Maui Kai. Yes, built in 1970, zone hotel, 80 units on 1.7 acres. Gotta love the Maui Kai. And if that wasn't good enough, we have the Mahana just to the south. The 2 twin buildings next to each other, built in 75, zone hotel, 216 units on 5 acres. Of course, right next to that is the Honua Kai, which you have access to Duke's. So if you own in any of these or stay in any of these condos, you can walk straight down to Duke's. And of course, the big 3-mile beach walk. There's the glorious Honua Kai, built in 2008. You've got the Konia building in between Lahaina Garden Villas, and of course the Hokalani building, which was built first. 700 total units. Heading south on Airport Beach here, we're into the Westin, my backyard, MKV, right next to the Royal Lahaina. MKV is Maui Kaanapali Villas. Built in 1967, 253 units on 11.7 acres. An absolute jewel, one of my favorite places on the ocean. Speaking of ocean, you have the Maui Eldorado, which is right behind the Black Rock Sheraton, not on the ocean, but they have their own little cabana. It is a leasehold, built in 68, 204 units on 10.2 acres, located in the heart of Kaanapali. And of course, this is where it all started, right? The Sheraton Black Rock, the first resort built on the west side of Maui, right next to the Kaanapali Beach Hotel, which is of course right next to the Whaler. The Whaler, man, do I love the Whaler. 360 units on 6.6 acres, built in 1974, zoned hotel, and of course is located right below the Kaanapali Royal. You can see it back up there on the hillside. This is an absolute value in the area because it's a fee simple, built in 1980, zoned A2 short term, 105 units on 7.1 acres, but they're huge and they're right here in the resort without the oceanfront price tag. Whalers Village, of course, Leilani's, best fish tacos on Maui. And of course, we have yet another Westin and a lot of hotels in this area, of course, but here we are at the pinnacle, the Ali'i. Fee simple, built in 1981, zoned hotel, 264 units on 8 acres. It just doesn't get any better, and it has its own surf break right in front of the complex. The balance of the properties here in South Kaanapali Beach are, of course, the Marriott properties and the Hyatt properties. Now continuing to the south by Baby Beach, we have Pu'unoa Estates. Fee simple, built in 1984, zoned A1, 10 units on 1.1 acres. Some of the finest luxury oceanfront condos you'll ever find. And right up for Front Street, Lahaina Roads. Fee simple, built in 1969, zoned A3, 41 units on 30,000 square feet. Look at that beautiful pool right by the ocean. And very easy access to Lahaina town. And of course, on the south end of Front Street, we have Lahaina Shores, built in 1974, zoned hotel, 198 units on 3.3 acres. white, sandy, sugary beach all year long, right there in front of that beautiful resort. Check out that rainbow, what a beautiful day that was, and of course, great surf breaks. Puamana, on the very south end of town, built in 1952, zone PUD, 230 units on 30 acres, and you'll never get a pool that close to the ocean ever again. Well, thanks so much for watching the video. I appreciate it. My name is Eric West. If you've enjoyed it, leave a thumbs up, a share, a shock, a subscribe. And of course, if you're ever in the market to buy or sell a condo on the west side of Maui or anywhere on Maui, I'd love to represent you as a buyer's agent. Or if you're a seller, I'd love to be your listing agent. Until next time, Eric West.